I am Kelly Hearn with Kelly Hearn's Transitional Leadership, and here are 5 things that separate good leaders from exceptional leaders. Number one, exceptional leaders make the most of every experience. Some important experiences in your career are easy to spot, right? It might be a big presentation to the CEO, or a potential record breaking sales pitch, or even an opportunity to influence a department head to consider a new position on performance ratings. But you don't just decide to be great in those high stakes situations. Exceptional leaders know that when you treat every experience like it means something, you get more out of it. You're better prepared for the sales pitch that'll land you in the winner's circle trip to the Caribbean if you've mastered your sales skills in 1,000 other conversations. You're better equipped to present your idea in the boardroom to the CEO when you've practiced sharing your ideas with colleagues, managers, and even mentors. Great leaders know that it's not only that every experience is preparing you for the next one, but that there's never one big break. You get to learn, grow, and evolve from every experience, meaning that you can get the most out of them without the pressure. Number two, exceptional leaders prioritize their primary responsibility. And your number one responsibility as a leader is communication. Your ability to communicate is the baseline of the value that you bring to the organization. And that means that exceptional leaders are continuously honing their ability to communicate clearly in all mediums and all situations. They're out there reading books and taking courses on presenting to groups. They're improving their listening skills to include what they hear and what they see. And they're focused on cascading messages that they'll look for ways to improve their emails, their talking points, and share information through others. Great leaders invest in communication because they know that without crafting this skill, they won't be able to build relationships and create results. All right, number three, exceptional leaders use habits to their advantage. High performing, exceptional leaders are proactive in every single thing they do. And that means that they know that they need to be prepared to be decisive, on mission, and act in the face of adversity daily. It's a lot to be prepared for, especially given the hundreds of decisions and small fires that are going to come up consistently for leaders. Now, an exceptional leader knows that they will need energy and relationships and even systems to support them and perform at these high levels. One client of mine just exemplifies this. Now, she is utterly unavailable to work before 8 a.m. She has 3 hours in between when she wakes up and when she arrives at the office. And during that time, she is supporting herself with her daily habits. She's drinking plenty of water, she is working out, and she is getting her girls to school. And then in her commute, she is reminding herself of her overarching goals. Now, could she get to work earlier if she didn't do all of this stuff? Sure. If she skipped all of these habits, she could get there sooner. But in those 3 hours, she is setting herself up for the next 8 hours of peak performance. She's creating energy in her body, she's protecting time with her family, and she's preparing to take on the day. She makes quality use of every minute she is in work mode because she knows everything that she has achieved before 8 a.m. All right, number four, exceptional leaders respect their own strengths and those of their team. So, good leaders have strengths that allow them to lead and train their staff, and that's fantastic, right? But exceptional leaders understand that their strengths are only as good as the blind spots that they reveal. So then they can hire for them. That means that they surround themselves with people who are better than them in areas that they need it. Great leaders aren't threatened by others having amazing skills, they're encouraged by it because it creates an opportunity for all of them to get so much better. I had to learn this a little bit of the hard way. So years ago, I was a fresh-faced manager, and I walked into my boss's office proudly sharing my top choice. in the hiring process. I said, "Yep, you're going to love him. He's just like me." And my boss wisely said, "Well, don't bother hiring him then. We already have you." Now, I was a little hurt, admittedly, but it was only after my boss guided my hiring process that I truly learned this lesson. The leader's strengths are valuable, there's no question about that. But humanly, one person can only have so many. A leader who can utilize the full gamut of strengths on a diverse team becomes unstoppable. All right, last one, number 5. Exceptional leaders leverage leadership as an intangible skill. Mediocre leaders will want to turn off work when they walk out the door. An exceptional leader knows that they can apply their talents, their strengths, and their skill sets to every area of life. An average leader will learn the skill of leading similarly to how someone might learn Excel. Look at the basics in some formal setting. They'll learn more about it with experience, and then they will use it for the express purpose that they learned it for work. Exceptional leaders, though, leverage the intangibility to influence their team with their spouse, the bank teller, the waitress that they see on Saturday night. They are hungry to not only learn from each person they interact with, but test out new styles and specific actions in different settings to see what sort of results they can get. So imagine this: you want to encourage accountability for results on your team. So you learn to speak specifically to what people want in order to get results. You might start to test out your new skill with your children, right? You can work on your kids' accountability. Then you can tweak your style a little bit, tweak your approach, and do the same thing with your waitress or with the sales clerks on a shopping day. Soon, you walk into your team meeting completely confident and inspire action and ownership for the team. Now, your boss thinks you're just a natural. You've just walked in and got it. You're competent and a results driven leader, and you understand the mission. But you know that not only did you practice, but that you positively impacted a dozen people's lives in the process. That is what exceptional leaders do. I hope that this was helpful in your process of becoming the exceptional leader that I know you can be.